There is need to safeguard our children and to provide safe routes to school. The majority of the children that are injured really are injured as they go to and from school. They are just looking for the basic right to education, and sometimes they don't get back home.
One of the things that would have the biggest impact is to save our children. Children are vulnerable. I mean, if you look around me, how many children do you see? There are so many, and they're all ducking and diving between cars. They're ducking and diving between lorries, and you know, there's actually little or no consideration for how they're going to get from one place to another.
Well, we're here in Mianzini Primary School in Dar es Salaam. It has around 1,800 pupils aged between 4 and 14. And every day these pupils have to walk up to 2 kilometers to get to this school. And until 2 years ago, the roads outside of the school were just dirt tracks, and they've recently put in a metalled road. As a direct consequence of that road, enabling cars to travel at higher speeds. One child has died, and we've spoken to the parents of that child. One child has been crippled for life, and 3 other children have faced serious injuries. And when you talk to children here across the school, all of them have this great fear of the journey from home to school, because these children are quite literally taking their lives in their hands every day when they make that journey. I mean, this school is really a microcosm of what's happening across Africa and across the world, that there are millions of children every day who are taking this very dangerous journey. And we're here really to find out about how to make that journey safer.
Which is where we mostly have been working. We have
this map. It shows our school area road safety assessments and improvements work. It depicts all of the areas where children were either injured or killed. We cannot fail to address road safety in the stark evidence of what is happening all around the world, especially when solutions are so clearly available. We know what is wrong. We know how much the solutions cost. We know people who are competent enough to put those things in place. It is only the political and human will to do something, and therefore it is only about awareness, that our core mission here must be about awareness. And this is the best time to do it. You know, we're not too late. We must raise awareness, and we must focus in on this neglected epidemic.
What we've done at this school is implement a safe route to school. The simplest vaccine there is for road safety, which is speed management. So they've used road humps to lower the speeds, they've put in new signs, they've put in a zebra crossing to help the children find somewhere safe to cross the road, and they've gone into the classrooms and to the local community, and they've educated and talked to people about road safety and about what local communities can do to empower themselves to demand more road safety. And I think what we've seen at this school is what we could see at pretty much every school in this city and in cities around the world. If we could start building safe schools into the system, if we could make sure that every child can walk to school in safety, with a safe pavement, with crossing points, with low speed for the traffic. But we've got to keep moving forward, and we've got to try and get more allies on board and broaden the coalition of people who want to see road safety taken seriously.
We do have a good number of children who are injured in road traffic injuries that come to our hospital. Yeah, it's quite paining to see a child being knocked by a car. They are normally overrun by those cars. An adult will be fortunate to just be hit and thrown by the side of the road. You could imagine the amount of injury that these kids will come with.
Naomba tuwasahau There's a lot of people like me whose daughters have been injured. Please do not forget the children who have been injured, have been suffering for so many years.
We know what the headline numbers are on road safety. We know that there are 1.3 million deaths every year. We know there are 50 million injuries. And we know those numbers are going north, that they could well double by 2030 if we stay on the current trajectory. And it's very easy when you're faced with those numbers to lose hope. It's very easy to despair and to throw up your hands and say there's nothing that we can do about this. Well, actually, there's a huge amount that you can do about it. It doesn't cost a huge amount. There are very practical things that can be done to lower the risk. You can't take away the risk entirely, but you can dramatically reduce it. They've built a safe perimeter between the road and the school, but they've also built a separate entrance to the school through which children can avoid coming in through the main road. Now, these are tiny interventions. The back door costs $250. And I wonder how many lives that $250 is going to save over the next 5 years.
We're in Kariako near the market in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, and we're here at a local shop that is selling motorcycle supplies and helmets. So this helmet here that I'm holding in my hand, which is about $6, about 8,000 shillings. Basically, we're just looking at some very small fabric, cotton type pillow material, and then just a plastic shell. So we're actually we're not talking about any protective gear here except a thin piece of foam. The plastic is not the standard material that you would use for a helmet. It will crack, it will break very easily upon impact. Now, working together with the Helmet Vaccine Initiative, we've imported many of these ProTech helmets. So ultimately, the difference between these two helmets is just a few single US dollars. But it's really a matter of life and death on this side. We must offer people protective and comprehensive solutions for them to ride two-wheeled motor vehicles safely. We must stop the sale and the production of helmets like this, and we must promote helmets like this to be sold widely all across the world.
The hospitals are overloaded, like where I'm working at the Mwembe Orthopedic Institute. It is the only specialized hospital in this country for trauma. So we are getting almost 50% of all the injured patients. Our hospitals are overloaded. The wards are full. Even we are nursing the patient on the floor. It is depressing seeing people lying on the floor, severely injured, screaming of pain. As a father, as a parent, when I see a child, it's like my child. The future is just ended like that. It is really sad. Something has to be done to prevent this. Something has to be done to prevent this.